Okay, so I heard you're looking to work remotely, maybe because you want to work from home or because you want to work from anywhere in the world. But I also heard you don't want to settle for getting paid poorly or for a boring job. So in this video, I'm going to take you through a list of remote jobs that pay very well and that can be pretty exciting. And the best way to get any of these jobs is to give this video a like. Okay, I'm kidding, but it would really help this channel if you can hit that little thumbs up button. Okay, let's keep going. Some of these jobs on the list are pretty well known, but some may actually surprise you. Oh, and by the way, the salaries that I'll be mentioning today are yearly salaries, and they were averaged out from different resources such as Glassdoor.com. Now, you'll want to stick around to the end for a couple of really great tips I want to share with all of you. Okay, so coming in at number 5. Front-end developer. Front-end developers produce elements that users see and interact with on websites and apps. Their main goal is to make sure the user can easily navigate these websites and apps. Okay, so when you log into your bank account on your phone, you see all your accounts broken up nicely, you see all that money you have in there, and you see everything you've paid off. Well, basically, a front-end developer is the person you have to thank for making this app so user-friendly for you. This job requires you to be proficient in coding languages, and it also requires you to implement some different design elements to make the website or app usable. Being able to implement tech and design seems extremely satisfying and makes this job very appealing for those creative minds out there. And if you've been wondering, there are back-end developers and they actually support the front-end developers. Okay, so the salary for a front-end developer ranges from $53,000 to $131,000 a year, and the average is $77,000 a year. Okay, number 4, cybersecurity engineer. We have so much of our information out on the internet right now, and unfortunately, there are way too many people out there that want to use that information for the wrong purposes. So we basically need these internet ninjas to go out there and protect all of our information. And that's basically what a cybersecurity engineer is. Come on, who doesn't want to be a ninja that gets paid well to protect other people and that gets to do their job from anywhere in the world? Anyways, a cybersecurity engineer deals with the overall security of our online networks and data systems. They can do this through something called penetration testing, which is basically checking how vulnerable a company's networks or applications can be to cyber attacks. Many cybersecurity engineers take part in ethical hacking, which is basically a way to learn where the weaknesses are in the security infrastructure. I don't know about you, but getting paid to legally hack a system sounds pretty cool to me. The best way to become a cybersecurity engineer is pretty straightforward, but it does require a good amount of work. Most jobs will require a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity or information security or computer science. And I must add that some companies will prefer that you have the degree and certifications on top of that as well. Okay, so the salary range for a cybersecurity engineer is anywhere from $73,000 to $130,000 a year, with an average of $100,000 a year. Okay, now time for number 3. This one's pretty exciting and it might catch you by surprise, but number 3 on our list is being a YouTuber. With YouTube, you get what you put into it. The more work you put into it and the more you learn how to captivate your audience, the bigger your paycheck will be. Many people know that YouTubers make money off the ads that are posted on their channels. But did you know that there are so many other ways to make money from YouTube? Like doing product reviews, selling merchandise, and being sponsored by companies. Okay, so I know that this one seems far-fetched and maybe even impossible, but I promise you there is probably something out there that you would enjoy talking to people about. So now just imagine getting paid to talk about your favorite video games or your favorite cheeses. I mean, I don't know, whatever you're into, I'm sure there's a group of people out there that would love to watch your videos and learn more from you. To make videos, you'll need some basic recording equipment to get started and a video editing software like iMovie. Also, let me tell you that this is my favorite from the list today because making videos can be pretty fun. If you have any questions about how to start a YouTube channel or anything at all that you're curious about being a YouTuber, drop them in the comments below and I'll be happy to help you. Okay, now the salary range for this one is a little wild. Are you ready for it? 0 to over $29 million a year. This job was placed right smack in the middle of today's list because really you cannot make anything, or you can make enough money to buy your own private island in a year, you know, just casual things. But anyways, point is that it's really hard to pinpoint an average salary for a YouTuber. Okay, so number 2 is product manager. This one's kind of tough to summarize because of how much the job can vary, but basically a product manager manages the life cycle of a product. This can include determining a product's features or functions and overseeing the product development while working with other teams at the company, such as the software team or the marketing team. Becoming a product manager means that you've likely had experience working on that specific product or in that industry already. For example, you could have been the product designer and then maybe you got promoted into the product manager role. If you're a person that loves to interact with others and wear different hats at work, then this is the job for you. Personally, I know I would love this job because if I were to work on the same thing for over 40 hours a week, I'd probably get really bored and I need to constantly learn different things and talk to different groups of people. So this seems like a pretty good job for me actually. Okay, so the salary range for a product manager is actually pretty nice. $71,000 to $146,000 a year with an average of $109,000 a year. All right, now let's get ready for number 1, data scientist. Data scientists can also be referred to as data analysts or data architects or even machine learning specialists. So really there are a lot of roles a data scientist can take on. In general, a data scientist works to understand the needs of the stakeholders and how data can be used to accomplish the company's goals. They do this by extracting, processing, and modeling data that can be easily used to understand things like a consumer's behaviors or consumer needs. So, for example, you go on a website and you find yourself browsing through a bunch of pages of puppy clothing because you just love your puppy. Well, the next day, you go on that website and you automatically get ads for puppy clothing. Well, that's because someone processed the data from everything you clicked on the day before and told the company this is what the person's interested in. So that is how your data is being used. As people increase the amount of time they spend on their iPhones, Apple Watches, and laptops, the amount of data that's out there is exponentially growing. Companies like Glassdoor and Harvard Business Review have classified this job as one of those very promising jobs for the future. Johns Hopkins offers an amazing Coursera data science specialization course that can actually give you a very good head start on this career path if you decide that this is for you. So if you're looking for job stability while working from your couch or traveling the world and looking to make some serious money, then this is the job for you. Okay, so the salary range for a data scientist is $83,000 to $154,000 a year with an average of $113 a year. But let me tell you, a lot of the big tech companies out there pay a lot more than these averages. Okay, my friends, so let's be honest. In the past year, we've learned how so many aspects of our lives can actually be fully taken care of remotely, and we would have never expected this before 2020. If you've been thinking about switching jobs or starting a new career that allows you to work from anywhere, I'm here to tell you that now is the time. With the amount of people and businesses turning to the online world, tech jobs are only going to rise in demand. If you're really unsure of what your career path should be, just know that the tech world is blowing up and there is likely something out there for you that you really enjoy that doesn't require you to drive into an office 5 days a week and sit in traffic. I hope this video inspired you to pursue your dream remote life. Thanks for watching.